Good morning to everyone. Um, I wasn't planning on doing a video today, but I don't know. Lately, after I do my studies in the morning, it be put on me to do it. So you know, my plans change when he changes them. Like I'm always obedient to what he speaks to me. Um, but before we get into it, I'm gonna be straight up with y'all. Um, At first, I used to look at this and be like, "Man, I'm finna stop doing it." Because I appreciate the 56 subscribers to this channel and the people that watch the videos and the people that like it. I appreciate that. I would be lying if I didn't say that I wish I was the person, one of the people that had like thousands of subscribers, 1,000 views, likes, all that, you know. Um, but I had to sit back and think like maybe I will, you know, and maybe soon. Who knows? But as long as one or two people get something out of what I'm saying, I'm perfectly fine with it. I'm still being used as this vessel because them one or two people can help one or two people because we're not always. I don't have the connections to the people that you are around. So maybe them people could be the people that you help. And then them people can help more. It's a chain reaction. And just to know that they don't have to fight for victory. They can fight from the seat of victory. Because we already won. Jesus done that for us. When he died for us and gave us salvation, it came with forgiveness. It came with an inheritance of salvation. All of that. Like we have the position of victory. We win in the end. It's just you have to believe that God sent his son Jesus to die for us. And by believing, then after a while it'll go from just a belief to you allowing him to work through you and in you. You will want a relationship with him. Because anything that's good, you want it, right? So when you know how good he is, you go want it. Because I used to be this type of person. And I know a lot of people probably can um, understand where I'm coming from. I used to be that type of person be like, man, I wanna get right with God. But it's just it sound boring. Like, bro, I can't do this, that. Like I literally used to be that type of person. Um, but when you get to that point, you realize like all that stuff you was talking about that you couldn't do by following Jesus, you don't miss it. You see that it wasn't doing that. Um, I don't miss standing on the block hustling. I don't miss looking behind my over my shoulder all day for the police because I got stuff on me. I don't miss going out clubbing all night, waking up with a hangover. I don't miss being shot at or shooting at people that I'm beefing with for no reason, for real. I don't miss fighting people for useless reasons. Like we don't even really know why we beef. I don't miss that. Um, I love his peace. Um, So, with that being said, I want everybody to know, um, y'all finna come to the point of graduating from condemnation because that's a mind thing. I remember like this is one thing that everybody can agree with. You'll be like, man, okay, I'm gonna go to church tomorrow, man, and then something hit you. Like, come on, bro, you just got through drinking, and y'all just came from the bar. It's 2:30, 3 o'clock in the morning, almost 4. Like, bro, you don't need to go to church like that, man. God ain't gonna rock with you for doing that. And you be like, yeah, you right. I'm gonna go on sleep, man. I'll go next week. That was the devil putting some false in you that didn't really even make sense. Like, cause God say, come as you are. You feel what I'm saying? So he always hit you with something and then hit you with another thing that really don't make sense when you really think about it. You feel what I'm saying? So let's stop allowing him to condemn us. Cause he's the only one that condemn. It's condemnation and it's conviction. Conviction is sort of like criticism. It helps us. Condemnation steers us another whole way. Because if we can get our life right, don't be like, man, I'm gonna wait till I get all my ducks in a row. And then because it might not be and no then. You feel what I'm saying? Because we cannot get ourselves right. I promise you, I know. We can't do that. If we could, Jesus wouldn't even have to die for us. He wouldn't have to die for us. Okay. So I just want to thank him for waking everybody that's under the sound of my breath, my voice, for waking us up this morning and today without us being woke up by our alarm clock or with us waking up before our alarm clock even went off because it be him that be waking us up. He's always woke us up and for breathing his breath of life in us, giving us another day and another opportunity. So I hope everybody, in Jesus' name, hope everybody receives that. Um, and I also want to tell y'all, watch what you say because your confession is what you really believe in. It's your possession. It becomes a believable thing. What you speak is what you really believe in. Just like you can be like, dang man, I got a headache. Or dang man, I don't want to come here today. Like word. And then all of a sudden, like your mood get 10 times worse. Like you like, yeah, I really don't want to come. So your body instantly gets drained. But if you don't want to go to work and you just go in there and be like, okay, let's get it. I'm finna get this over with. It's gonna be productive. It's gonna be great. Finna do my thing. Out of nowhere, you get so much energy, and then your day at the end of the day, you be like, dang, time done went by fast. Like I'd have made this, I'd have made that. Like, man, I had a great productive day. You feel what I'm saying? And that's coming because you said two different things. You said something positive even when you didn't want to go, except for saying something negative. You understand what I'm saying? Okay. Just trying to, iron sharpens iron. You feel me? Before you say, do not think about tomorrow, tomorrow's trouble. You got to think about today because tomorrow is not promised. We gonna have our own problems, situations, and obstacles today that we got to get through. So we can't think about the ones tomorrow. So if you're making futuristic plans, do that. Make goals, make plans. But you got to understand when you make them, you got to walk step by step with them, day by day with them. Everything is a step process. Because that's just like a resolution. I tell people don't do that. Because you can make a 2024 resolution for this year, and then April hit and your whole resolution sinks. Because you didn't know what obstacles you were going to face 2 weeks or 2 months from then. You didn't make it halfway through to you know what I'm saying, the year for your resolution to even come true. So just words of advice, man. But we finna get into the study, y'all. And, it's called A Strong Weapon. The verse comes from Proverbs 25:28. A man without self control is like a city broken into and left without walls. Meaning, pretty much destroyed, destruction. A city without walls, it means something bad had to happen. It pretty much destroyed if it don't have walls. You feel what I'm saying? So, um, that's why I was speaking all this stuff before that. I want y'all to know, like, self control is a characteristic that we get, that the spirit allows us to have. I also spoke on something else before. Discernment gives you the spirit to know if something is right or wrong. Like, if you don't have discernment, you can go to a church and think that that preacher is telling you the truth, but you don't know. So you go off what he's saying and bank on it, and he misleading you. Or it could be a regular person. You don't have discernment. It's a characteristic. Um, that's just like characteristics. Okay, description. If you ask somebody about a house, they be like, "Oh yeah, it's a nice, beautiful, big, uh, mahogany brick house." You know what I'm saying? Mahogany red brick house. The roof, man, it's just it's beautiful. Right? Oh, okay, cool. So you go to the house and go inside it. The flooring is tore up, cracks in the walls. It ain't got no tub, sink dirty. The refrigerator still got molded stuff in it. You feel what I'm saying? Because you to describe the outside. Because you couldn't, it's something you couldn't see, so you went off with the description of what they saw. You went off that and went straight to it, thinking it was something good. Okay, that's just like with us. If somebody be like, "Hey man, how is Cortez? What kind of person is he?" Oh, he light skinned. You know what I'm saying? I mean, his eyes hazel. I don't know if y'all can see him a little bit. He got piercings and stuff. Keep a grill in. He dyes hair a lot. You know, he might have different looks every now and then. Oh, okay, cool. That don't mean that you know me. Because what if Cortez had bitterness, deceitfulness, hatred, unforgiveness, envy inside of him? But you to describe me from the what you see on the outside, because you can't see the spirit. So we have to feed it. So out of the abundance of the heart, it can speak when it needs to. When you feed the spirit, this when you feed it, it's like putting coins in your spiritual piggy bank. You might not understand it at the moment. Whatever you're reading, you might not understand it at the moment, but time spent with God is never time wasted. It's going into you, your spiritual realm. Is going into your spiritual self. So one day you might come to a situation that you might need some really words that you really need to say, and you might speak something that you didn't even think you knew. You be like, dang, oh, okay, and you fix that whole situation because what you confess and speak pretty much is what you believe in, and it can really get more believable, and it can destroy you. Your confession is your possession. Speak, like I say on this, speak what you, my bad, I'm sorry, I gotta look at it. Speak what you seek until you see what you said. Even if you don't see it, keep speaking it because you're speaking it into existence. It's not gonna happen on your time, but you believe it. So keep speaking it because it will happen. Okay, I'm sorry, y'all. And here goes the rest of it. This is the actual thing I was led to do. Someone was just telling me to say that to y'all. Self control is a powerful weapon. It keeps us from stepping into harm, from becoming entangled in sin. It helps us make wise decisions. It allows us to pause, to wait upon the Lord. It is a tool that God has graciously given to us so we can be strong and protected in difficult situations. Without self control, we open our hearts and minds to destruction and chaos. We will repeatedly stumble and fall. Self control is another characteristic. You know, when you keep doing the same stuff and you keep living that same life and you wondering why nothing is getting better, but you're not understanding, it's because you don't have the self control. Your heart and your mind is destructed and chaotic. You keep doing the same stuff and thinking you're going to get a different outcome. I'd have done that. I promise I'd have done that. So when I speak to y'all, I'm led to speak to y'all, but I'm not speaking off something that I'm judging y'all on. Like, I promise y'all, I'd have been through this. You can get through it. Allow your mind to be reset. Allow your heart to be cleansed. He can do all that for you. I promise you. We're not gonna be perfect. I say we because I'm not perfect. But he's gonna work through our imperfections until we as close as to perfect as any human possibly can be. So we will repeatedly stumble and fall. We become slaves to our fleshly desires. We are stripped of everything that makes us strong or makes us stand strong and protected. We don't have to be enslaved to our impulses and chained to temptations and whims. We do not have to let our emotions and desires control us. We are given complete power and complete control. We are victorious against our impulses. When we seek self control in our lives, we become empowered to live a righteous and holy life for God. It is essential to living a life of freedom in Him, of freedom, not enslaved. Because when we live out of flesh, we're really enslaved. So a lot of people that talk about slavery days that knows nothing about it. We're not dealing with, we're not battling color, y'all. It's over. We don't battle. We were never really battle with color. It's always been character. Communism. So by you not choosing self control in God's way, you're living enslaved. So that's why slavery is still relevant to you because you are enslaved mentally. It is essential to living a life of freedom in Him. Live that life of freedom, y'all. We don't have to be enslaved anymore. And I'm going to pray this for y'all and then I'm going to end it. God, we want to serve you and honor you. Thank you for giving us a spirit of self control and a way to defend ourselves. In Jesus' name, I pray all this over y'all. I appreciate y'all. If you new to this, hit that subscribe button, y'all. You feel me? Then, if you new to this, hit that like button. And if you been there, still hit that like button because I like you and you like me. You feel me? My bad. I seen something. I threw the blinds up. Um, and other than that, share with somebody that need it, or tell somebody that need it. However you want to do it. But I hope y'all have a blessed, wonderful, prosperous day. I declare and I decree that the enemy does not have any obstacles or weapons he can form with obstacles to put against you today. That Jesus has already went before you and destroyed it. Took away anything he could do to you or try to do to you. Or he have put the power in you to get through it. I love y'all, man. Till next time.